Taloa is the founder of Taloa's Bakery, president and executive director of Community Hub. Her willingness to give back, eagerness to do good, and ability to persevere are just some of the many factors that make her the inspiring person that she is today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Welcome to another episode of In Love With Me series where we feature inspiring individuals who share their amazing stories. I am Mafe Yunam Velasco, and for this series, our topic is owning your own craft. And of course, this season, we aim to highlight game changers who continuously own their own craft and share their gifts with the world in hopes of making it a better place. I am so excited to introduce this game changer in more ways than one, of course. Earlier, you heard that she wears many hats. And the one thing that I love about her is that she gives back with a beautiful heart. Let's welcome the president and executive director of Community Hub, founder of Taloa's Bakery, and an empowered woman. Hello, Mariah. How are you?
Hey, hey, everyone.
So welcome. Thank you. I know in your busy schedule, our nonstop meetings back to back, you're here. You're finally here. And I'm so glad that the community of In Love With Me is finally getting to meet you and get to know you. So for the ones that are meeting you for the first time, can you share a little bit about your background, who you are, why you are so beautiful today, and everything else?
Yeah, I'd love to. So background, I'm from the Bay Area. I was born in San Francisco and grew up in Daly City. Surprise, surprise for some of y'all, right? And then my family moved to Tracy, so an hour east into California. And so that's where I spent half of my childhood. Yeah.
And of course, earlier, we heard the many things that you are doing, you've created, and something that we're both passionate about right now, your baby community hub. Share with our viewers and everyone who's listening right now, why did you start Community Hub and what is it all about?
Yeah, so Community Hub, we are officially a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And what inspired me to create this organization is because I'm a baker, or I'm in the food industry. I started Taloa's Bakery in 2020, and I realized that there's no guidebook or blueprint for anyone to start a food business. And so with Community Hub, what we do is that we help small businesses, specifically the food and retail soon. We have incubator programs for them, and also we provide events and also workshops for them to gain the experience they need in order to be in the food industry.
I love it because the team that you've built are all inspiring individuals. And as a nonprofit, or even building a nonprofit, it's coming from your heart. So attracting the right tribe, my gosh. I met you, obviously, like you said, it's been a year, right? So I met you during one of the events that you organized with everybody. But how does it feel? Like the team is bigger than ever, including me.
Yes. So yes, a lot of things about Community Hub. So it started off with just myself. Like Mafe mentioned in the very beginning, I wear multiple hats. And I'm so grateful that when we started planning FAMFest, so I think everyone kind of knows already what FAM means, right? Filipino American History Month. So in the beginning stages of the planning, it started with just myself, and it started to grow a little bit more. And so from, I'd say, July 2022 to now, we are all volunteer based. None of us is paid, and I believe we're at 25 people, maybe 30, but I'm very happy that it's just not me anymore. Yeah.
And if you haven't yet, guys, if you want to know more, please do follow Community Hub on all social media platforms, as well as Mariah's other baby, and this is the reason why Community Hub was actually created. Taloa's Bakery. Tell me about all the goodies that you bake.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So, yeah, with Taloa's Bakery, so that started in 2000 or 2020. It
Mhm.
was a pandemic project, let's say. And I have a background in the food industry. I actually graduated from Le Cordon Bleu in San Francisco
Wow.
with a certificate in pastry and baking. My passion, I ever since I could remember, I've always wanted to open up my own bakery.
Mhm.
And so how that started, I had more time on my hands. I think like everyone else, we all had time on our hands, right, during the pandemic when we couldn't go outside.
Yes.
So I had to find my identity for my bakery. I didn't want to be like anyone else. I don't know why I was trying so hard when the answer was right in my face, like literally like looking in the mirror. And so how it really started was I was telling myself I'm Filipino and
Mhm.
I'm Samoan. And I don't know if the viewers know this. I'm half Filipino, half Samoan. And so we all know ube. We know what ube is. I don't need to explain what that is. And so then there is a Samoan dessert called pangipopo.
Mhm.
And what that is basically it's a bun, uh, a, a dough, pre-baked dough, and you put it in the oven with a sweet coconut sauce. And as it bakes, the dough bakes into that yummy coconut sauce
Mhm.
juiciness. And so I thought, why don't I put the ube inside the pangipopo? And so that's where it all started. And because, well, where I am located, Polynesians, well, now, but growing up, we weren't really represented too much in the mainstream or just anywhere. No one really knew who Samoans were, but I'm very grateful that I'm pioneering this bakery, the one and only. There's no other Samoan and Filipino bakery, so yeah, that's how it started.
My mouth is watering. But of course, we all love ube, guys.
Yes.
And if you don't know what that is, and if you want to know more, reach out to Mariah. She'll be very happy. And speaking of that, you can actually try it very soon. I
Yes.
mean, apart from ordering from Mariah now, that we have such an amazing event upcoming. Maybe you can share it with everybody when and what to expect.
Yeah, so we have Ube Fest coming up. So this is an event, an annual event that Community Hub plans. It's one of our steps in our incubator program where it helps the food and retail businesses um, gain that experience at being at a large scale event. We're not saying like 21,000 attendees. We're just like 3,000 to 5,000. That's just enough to get you in the door. And so, yeah, Ube Fest in Stockton last year, it was a huge success. I thought it was going to be a small little pop up, not too many people, but we were highlighted as the first Ube Fest in San Joaquin County. We had about, I think, 30 vendors. And I don't know what the count was, but ticket wise, we had about 2,000, but from when you see the footage, it does not look like just 2,000.
I know.
Um, yeah, so that was in Mountain House. And so this year, Ube Fest Stockton is going to be in Stockton. The reason why is because we want to accommodate that level of attendance and parking. What to look forward to for Ube Fest? It's April 8th. At the Civic, what is this? The Civic Auditorium Memorial Center
Mhm.
from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That specific time. And so we have a great lineup of not only performers like One Voice, if y'all know One Voice, we also have a bunch of food vendors who will be coming out. So shout out to Marley's Treats, Hala Hala Sack, Casa Pinoy, Nika's Mad Sweets, and also a couple of retail vendors. Yeah.
So, guys, mark your
Yeah.
calendars now. Come join us there, and of course, try the famous Taloa's Bakery goodies and many more. I think what's amazing about that is you share correctly community, right? You're bringing everyone together with great music, with great food, and with great company. You know, just like with what we were talking about Kumu earlier, right? So hello, guys, the ones who are tuned in and the communisms out there. So we're here with Mariah, and I've known you probably for a couple of months now, and
Yeah.
I've just witnessed such a young woman with so much drive, so much passion, sharing what you are just so experienced in, which is being professional in the business world, as well as, you know, building a nonprofit where you put a lot of time and effort in to see smiles on other people's faces. So I want to ask you, what is your favorite part of working towards the goal of, let's go with nonprofit, with Community Hub?
What's my favorite, like, pre-planning portion of it? Or
Everything.
everything? Okay. Well, the pre part is I like I like the organization part of it. Mafei knows how crazy I get with my documents.
Love it.
How super organized I am. And so just kind of bringing large pieces together. And then when the day of the event, or as it gets closer to the event, the pieces start coming together. There's a lot of components to running an event. There's first figure out your budget. Not a lot of people figure that out. They just kind of go with it. There's also like the activities, games, decorations, the entertainment. There's the retail, food vendors, info booths, and then there's the marketing aspect of it, and then the sponsors, and then the volunteers and registration. So there's like a lot of things going on when it comes to hosting an event. But my favorite thing, I think, the reason why I keep continuously do this, and my partner's like, you don't get paid for this. Why are you doing this? The reason why is because what drives me is that, again, going back to being half Samoan and Filipino, not feeling represented, what drives me is I want, kids, boy or girl, to see my face and, like, wow, she's doing it. Like, I can do it too. Cause I didn't have a lot of that growing up. And so that's who I want to be, is I want to be that person to the youth and let them know that whatever you set your mind to, you can accomplish it. Like, literally, as like cliche as that sounds, like, just do it. Like, that's just do it, and then yeah, it'll come together.
And that's what's so amazing about you, because how vibrant you are and how calm you are, guys. Mariah is always like this, like very calm and collected, but she is coming from so many challenges in life, and I love the fact that those challenges become inspiration to give back to the youth, because that's how, we're so alike in that way. So having said that, how do you stay motivated?
How do I stay? Let's see. That's a good question. Let me think about it for just a moment here. How do I stay motivated? I think the motivation really comes from, if I'm not going to do it, who's going to do it?
Right.
Type thing. I'm sure, there's other people out there that are going to do it. But for me, inside my, like, I think it's like burned in my soul, like, you need to do this. Yeah. And if you don't do it, no one else is going to do it. And plus, there's a market out there. There's lots of other nonprofits doing the same thing as me. Well, I don't think a lot, but a couple of nonprofits doing something similar as me. But why not take up that space too here within the Central Valley area in California?
Exactly. And like what they say, you build it, they come, and it's a domino effect, right? So speaking of that, we will take a quick break. And it's so nice that you talk about the youth, because I also have a fellow inspiring, empowered mom that built this beautiful cause and also a business. So let's take a look at this real quick.
Every child has a right to play. Every child deserves a bright future. Every child has a right to be who they are. To express themselves, to laugh, to live peacefully, to live. Every child deserves to be loved.
I am me. I am unique. I am loved.
And with that beautiful cause, we're back with Mariah, who is also doing the same thing, empowering the youth. And how does she do it? She just walks the talk, and as simple as that, right? Of course, with your many, many hats. I love the fact that we also align in, well, for me, it was cooking, but for you, it's baking. And as a baker and an owner of a bakery shop called Taloa's Bakery, and soon to be, I think we'll announce something later on.
Yeah.
Tune in on Mariah's social media. Tell us how you started this business. Was it also an inspiration to your passion, or did you feel like there was others that were encouraging you? Hey, you have a talent. You should go right ahead and be part of people's homes, because that's what food, especially food business owners, do, is bring happiness to the home.
Yeah, that's well, it's funny. I'm laughing, I giggle because yeah, like I think I really just motivated myself. I don't know, I don't want to call out my family or anything. Like there wasn't anyone telling me like, oh, but to me, what really made me start this when I started was I wanted to make an impact within my community. And, I guess that falls into Community Hub, right? So I wanted to make an impact with my community through food. As I mentioned, Polynesian. I don't know if you guys are in the Bay Area or, wherever you're watching. Where's the nearest Polynesian bakery that you know? I don't I kind of have a couple. I know for me, but I don't, so the viewers out there watching, like, Google, I challenge you, Google where the nearest Polynesian bakery is. And, if it's down the street, great. That's what I want to see. I want to see more Polynesian bakeries in the mainstream and out there. But where we are in the Central Valley, kind of also in the Bay Area a little bit, there's not a lot of representation for Samoan bakeries or Polynesian bakeries, I'd like to say. So that was my main motivation, is because I knew I had something good, something marketable, and something that is also it also touches people's how do I explain it? Their nostalgia when it comes to Samoan desserts. The only people that know how to make these desserts are our grandmothers, and so I've gotten a lot of people, Polynesian people, who stop by my booth. And when they see things like paifala, that is our pineapple hand pie, or when they see our pangipopo, which is the coconut roll, I literally catch them like double taking, like, wait, they're selling what? And that's what I love, is because like, yes, I am selling this. Like, I'm trying to represent us. Come on. So, yeah. So that's my main motivation, is really to bring our desserts out into the mainstream. And I really thank the Filipino community for kind of trailblazing already with our bakeries out there. I know there's a lot in the Bay Area, and so it just really it made it easier for me to segue or add my Polynesian desserts to the flavors like ube, pandan, and mango, coconut. You guys know.
I think I'm going to keep you busier. I need to try all of this. My God.
Yeah.
But anyways, as a inspiring business owner, there are a lot of people out there who, of course, are still needing security or cannot even start their passion project, a business that they wanted to pursue, and you're doing both. You have a job, you have a nonprofit that you're growing, and
Yeah.
you have your bakery. So, guys, if Mariah can do it, and we're learning from one of the best right now, maybe you can share with everybody, what is the important aspect of starting a business or even running it to be a successful one?
Yeah, so I would say so three things, right? I have my full-time job. I work for a tech company, and so second Taloa's Bakery, and third the nonprofit. So I'll take out the full-time job, so
Right.
focusing on Taloa's Bakery and Community Hub. So what's important about starting a business is doing a lot of research. I know when you read a guide, you pull out a book or you Google, it says do your research. Like some people are like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? So really just who is your target market? Like these
Mhm.
are things that people don't really think about when they start out, and that's perfectly fine. We're not perfect. I started out like, oh, I guess I'll sell these for $10 because if I sell it at the store, I'd sell it for $10. So just really doing your research, knowing who your audience is, um, re- like learning about your recipe costs, like
Yes.
that's important because you want to know if you're really making money
Mhm.
and your packaging. So really going granular when you're starting your business, and your mission and your vision is the most important thing too. As you guys saw with Taloa's Bakery and with Community Hub, they're both focused on representing all of our communities, right? And so, yeah, I would say do your research, do extensive. When you think you've done enough research, you probably haven't, so you should do more.
Mhm.
What else? Another thing is don't be afraid. Just
Yes.
I'm a Leo. Woo! I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh my gosh, no wonder.
Probably people are like, "Oh, she's a Leo," but yeah, I'm a Leo. That's my personality. I'm like, I'm gonna kick the doors down and
Mhm.
don't ask for permission, and I'm just gonna do it because I know I can, and I'll learn on the way. But
Right.
do research and first before being ambitious like that. But
Yes.
yeah, just don't be afraid. Like
Mhm.
if it's something that's been on your mind for a while. Like for me, I've always wanted to own my own bakery since I was a junior in high school. So for those watching, like what's a junior in high school? So it's when I was what, 16, 17 years old. And it's been in my mind the entire time. I've worked in corporate. I worked in the hospitality industry. I
Yes.
worked in the food industry, but I always circle back to my passion, which is owning my own bakery.
Mhm.
And then Community Hub kind of added on to that because another part of my passion is helping people. Yeah.
And it all aligns. I think if you have that kind of mindset, anything you do will be successful because you are um, being there for others. You have a vision to make people smile or even encourage them to just take that next step. It's
Hmm.
always hard to start, right? But if you have all these resources, or for me, I have many mentors. I think that's our trait as Leos.
Hmm.
We are very emotional and share our feelings. Like, hey, I need help. You know,
Yeah.
but as much as we want everybody to have that kind of mindset, it is really important to keep listening to these podcasts, guys, in Love With Me
Hmm.
series, because like Mariah here, I have many individuals that have been in your shoes, I had these second thoughts like I can't do it, or you're just second guessing it, right?
Yeah.
So of course, we can talk more and more and more, but we have many things to plan. As Mariah said, we've got a lot of events coming up, and you'll hear about all of those. I'll give Mariah a chance to share with you on how you can find out more. But since our topic for this series is owning your own craft, Mariah, I want to ask you, how important is it for someone to own their own craft?
Ooh, I like this question. It is so important to own your craft because it's unique to you. You know,
Mhm.
no one can tell you what your craft is. You have to figure it out yourself. And so I tell my cousins, I'm the oldest out of, I don't know how many cousins, you know, Samoan and Filipinos, how many cousins we have. I'm the oldest, right? So I tell them, like, some of them are feeling lost a little bit, you know, and I said, find something that you're super passionate about. And I don't care what you do, but as long as what you're doing is that you're good at it, like 100% good at it, and
Mhm.
that's how you own your craft. And so, I started Tola's Bakery 2020 and Community Hub in like 2022. So you guys see that it has grown over the past couple years or so. So consistency is also key. So just keep doing it. Don't stop. Don't listen to the haters.
Just focus, guys, right?
Yeah, tunnel vision, really.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, being your own cheerleader helps, right? Because sometimes we're our own cheerleader and we're also our biggest critic.
Oh yeah.
So thank you, Mariah, for sharing that. And I am grateful for owning my craft starting back in 2015. So guys, check this out, how it all started and how it is now. And after this, we'll hear more of everything on connecting with Mariah and everything that she has planned for you. So we'll be right back. Mafe Management is a company dedicated to empowering individuals and businesses in PR and marketing, social media management, online show and podcast production, business consulting, graphic design, photography and videography, workshops and classes, events management, personality development, logo creation, illustrations, and animation. In working together to turn their dreams into reality. Get one step closer to elevating yourself and your business by contacting hello@mafemanagement.com. Let us empower you. And I hope you were empowered with our special guest today, Mariah Taloa, guys, we have here. And before we do our announcements, I would love to thank, of course, without you, this would not be possible, BUSA, Velasco Unlimited Skills Academy, XOXSAS, thank you, Yona, Signo, and Kimi Lu, the Wellbeing Boost Program. So, Mariah, please invite everybody how they can connect with you and anything else you want to plug and invite everyone.
Yeah, of course. So if you guys want to learn more information about Community Hub and what we do, any upcoming events, workshops, or anything, if you're within the Stockton, San Joaquin area, follow us at Community Hub. We are on what platforms? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn now. Woo! Thank you, Buffet. And so stay tuned for Taloa's Bakery. We are planning things behind the scenes here. So stay tuned. Just follow me at Taloa's Bakery on our Instagram and Facebook. So yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Mariah. Of course, we
Yeah.
have reached the end of our show, but thank you so much to this beautiful soul right here. You've shared so many inspiring gems, and I hope that everybody is thankful and grateful for everything that Mariah is doing for all of us and for our future. The children are our future, and when they are the target audience, we definitely going to have a beautiful world even after we enjoy everything that we've done here. And
Mhm.
maraming salamat po to all our viewers on Kumu. I hope that you were deeply inspired, because I was, about Mariah's journey. And there's many more to learn from her, guys. So don't forget to follow. And also our social media accounts here for In Love With Me series, so that you can be notified when we have our next show and who would be our next guest. So once again, I am Mafe Yunam Velasco, reminding you that you should love and be proud of your own story to tell. And don't forget, actions speak louder than words. See you later, guys. God bless.
Thank you for watching.